And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. And today's starting pitcher, Randy Johnson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the history of baseball.
Yeah, Boog, he's got some of the best strikeout stuff in the history of the game. Over 4,000 career strikeouts. We'll see how many he's got today.
Now it's the shortstop,
Leading
Luis
off for the White
Aparicio.
Sox, shortstop, Luis Aparicio.
Inside. And away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 135.
Foul ball there. The shortstop takes the ball. The wind of the pitch. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Swings through that one for strike 2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Mike Tauchman.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Johnson, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. Johnson keeping him close.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas with 3 hits on the series and one of them a homer. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. Thomas matched a homer in his last game. 2 out, space is empty. In the air to left down the line. Ramirez. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. White Sox nothing. Red Sox coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
So I ain't saving you a cleaning house. Do you think that's just a statement?
Back here at Fenway, and today's starting pitcher, Bryce Wilson. What do we have on him?
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Here's the veteran second baseman, Honus
Wagner.
Wilson with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, right fielder.
Here's a big power threat. Hank Aaron. 2 for 9 so far in the series. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting third.
Check out the Red Sox lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Ted Williams.
Now, this is a player that's, hit over 300 for his career in terms of batting average, and being able to do that, that is extremely good bat-to-ball skills that he's had for a long time. He's just got a real consistent approach, uses all fields, and he's got a game plan when he comes to the plate. So let's just keep our eyes on him. I think it's pretty hard to take your eyes off of him.
Ted Williams, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 away with a runner at third here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Comes up empty.
0-2.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
One down. And here's the veteran outfielder, Manny Ramirez. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. That's out to center field. Taylor under this one. Drops into the glove. And there's 2 away.
Batting fifth, first baseman, David Ortiz.
And now, David Ortiz. And that's way high. And it's 1-0. Williams leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is outside. And he takes a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That misses the zone. And now 3 balls and a strike. Willie Mays waiting to bat for the Red Sox. Red Sox already leading. Fastball for a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Willie Mays digging in now. 4 for 8 in the series so far. Swinging a foul straight back.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to short, Aparicio. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Second inning set to go. Now it's the right fielder, Harold Baines. Johnson back to work. And that one fouled off. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
1 and 2.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
And there's a ball. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle. Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off
Batting
a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Andrew Vaughn now. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Tying run is at first here at the top of the second. Center field. He's got it. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Lenny Sosa stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Man at first, 1 away. Next pitch is outside.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
2-0. Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Mays has it sized up. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting 7th, catcher Corey Lee.
Here's Corey Lee. Just
no, that's
missed.
outside. Ball.
Late on that fastball.
So hard to touch.
1-1.
I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that is that. So 1 left for the White Sox. They trail here 1-0. Bottom of the inning.
Leading off for the Red Sox, third baseman Wade Boggs.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Fouled off left side. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one missed.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Hit in the air, center field. Taylor settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting 8, shortstop Ozzie Smith.
And now the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Swing and a miss as he was late.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. There's a strike. 1 out, base is empty.
Ball.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Batting ninth, catcher.
2 outs,
Connor
base is empty.
Wong.
Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing here this half. We played 2 full. It's the Red Sox 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
There's a strike. Dahlbeck in the 8th spot in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Next pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
that missed.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one outside. And now 3-2. Ripped on a line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Taylor races for second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Breaking ball was
Now
in a
batting,
decent spot
shortstop,
down and in,
Luis
but he did a really nice
Aparicio.
job getting to it before it tied him up.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Luis Aparicio. He reached on a walk his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 1 out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's down.
This
That's
one in
ball.
the dirt. The 2-1. And that's outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Man at second. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Johnson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first
Up
base
next
open,
for the
walk
White
not a
Sox,
bad thing.
left
He set
fielder,
up a
Mike
double play
Topman.
opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Topman at the plate and takes high there. Taylor at second. Aparicio over at first with one away. Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. One out. Runners at first and second.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Frank Thomas in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 on, 1 out, and they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Frank Thomas. Golden opportunity right here. First pitch misses.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. That pitch in for a strike. 1 and 2. Bases loaded. 1 away. Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. And there's a ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Chopped on the ground, and it's just foul. That was close.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, left field, down the line, pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly. We're tied at 1.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Bain runs. The next to hit takes high for ball one. That one ripped, but foul. That's inside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Ripped towards third. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Back here at Fenway Park as we go to the last of the third. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Hank takes slow, second trip to the plate in this one.
One.
Ripped into right center. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Now here's the Red Sox DH, Ted Williams. RBI single his last time up. And that is downstairs. Ball one.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
And a swing and a miss there.
1-2 is the count.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Everything in that at bat was away until the final pitch. 3 pitches in a row on the outside part of the plate, and of course that gets you conditioned to look out there, maybe a little bit out on your toes. So a great call on pitch number 4 to just hit that inside part of the plate and freeze him for strike 3.
Ramirez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. That misses the zone, and the count now 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else.
Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
2-2.
Hank at second with 2 down. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So 2 down. And now David Ortiz walked his first time. Inside, almost got him.
High spark. 1-1. Two, 1.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Willie Mays on deck for Boston. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Willie Mays up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Two on, 2 outs.
2-2.
In the dirt.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. 3 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox 1. Back here in
Leading
Boston, all
White
set
Sox,
for the start of the
designated
inning. So
hitter,
now it's the
Andrew
White Sox
Vaughn.
DH, Andrew Vaughn.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish. White Sox down a run. The next offering misses. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
That one missing inside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
The 3-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Willie Mays makes the play. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the White Sox, catcher Corey Lee.
And now here is Corey Lee. flied to right his first time. And that misses. And that's ball one. White Sox down a run. And that one fouled off.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
In there. And so now 1-2. Tying run in scoring position. Top half of inning number 4. He goes down looking.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Yeah, that's fouled off. Vaughn at second with 2 down. And it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox 1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert, the left-hander, up and throwing. Varland warming up as well. Ground ball to the right side. And it goes just foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
Throw over to Thomas. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. With the speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive. This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Nabs it, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. They lead it 2-1.
Yeah, who that in the whip? Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
White
duel
Sox,
so far.
center
Here's how the
fielder,
starters have
Michael A.
performed up to
Taylor.
this point. Johnson back to work. Upstairs.
That's up.
You know, these White Sox finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Swing and a ground ball. Finds its way through, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Luis Aparicio.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Fly ball down the line. Ramirez under it. And there's one down.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few
left
tough
fielder,
jams,
Mike
but
Tauchman.
frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Now the left fielder, Mike Tauchman. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, that's
0-1.
just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
In the air, out towards left center. And that chance handled by Willie.
Yo,
Mays.
what's going on?
Now batting, the first baseman, Frank Thomas.
And up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas. That one's in.
Are they playing right now? What's the score?
It's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Late that time, it's strike two.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Oh. What do you mean they're on top of the division?
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Are you
Next off,
I can't remember. Are you in Central Time or are you in Eastern Time?
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. The White Sox lead.
Okay. Yeah, so that's I figured they were playing at 7 and you said 6, so that's what made me think of that. So yeah, it's the same thing.
Always we know, just some things we shoot.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th. And taking over on the mound, Tyler Gilbert.
Still pretty. Early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Yeah, playing Tampa. Tampa has been a thorn in our side for years. Tampa's been kind of annoying to us like the last. It feels like to me like the last 3 years they've been annoying to us.
Late swing fouled off. And that skips in the dirt.
So me and Lewis got to 121 last night was the round we got to.
Just missing there.
Took about 8 hours total.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it happens. It's baseball. I know you, it's not like football where you get blown out in 1 out of 16 games and it's crazy. You know, everybody gets blown out in baseball pretty much once or twice a year. Maybe even 3 times a year, I feel like.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
But the Red Sox got to be better, man. They got to be, if they want to make the playoffs and they want to challenge the Yankees for the division, they're going to have to score more, and they got to play better defense.
That one the other way.
Not just pitching. The pitching has been solid, but the defense isn't that great.
And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's some real power at the plate. Hank Aaron. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And next is the designated hitter, Ted Williams. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Thanks. You need it in baseball sometimes. Sometimes the ball don't bounce your way.
One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. That's down and in.
Ball. 1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned. And just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
1-2.
In the dirt. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a good eye there.
Ball.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Baines sprinting after it. Nice grab on the run. And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox 1. Back here in Boston, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Harold Baines. Hit hard but foul off to the left. now as he swings through it.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter into the 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move.
Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Now batting.
Here's the White Sox DH, Andrew Vaughn, 1 for 2. Vaughn, 26 years old, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
Now pitching for the
Aaron
Red
O'Day
Sox.
comes on now.
And this is an important part of this game.
Darren
Tight score and
O'Day.
still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Just missed. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Matt Strom getting ready to go. The Red Sox up by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is downstairs. Fouled off down the right side. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Sosa up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And the 1-0. Fastball is outside. And another ball. Corey Lee up next. That's in there, and the count is 3-1.
3-1.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
Man at
Catcher,
first.
Corey
Down's the
Lee.
White Sox catcher, Corey Lee. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. A walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Next pitch is downstairs. Sosa off of first with 2 away. A little bit low. 3-1. And foul ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Bobby Dahlbeck steps to the plate for the White Sox.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Fought off foul. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Just missed.
Hey man, appreciate it. You like guessing you're a baseball guy? That's why I suggested this for you.
And the count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That ends the frame.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there.
Back down for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Dan Moser.
That's cool. You've been playing this year's game. That's what this is. This is the show 25.
There's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz.
Let the man know that you much the stuff to stash in the secret hatch underneath the dash flash of confidence smiling.
Sounds good. You too. Take it easy.
And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Goes down looking.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
So digging in, Willie Mays. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Around first and hustling for second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And now, Wade Boggs. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Out to short. Fires over to first. Boggs is out.
Up next for the Red Sox, shortstop Ozzie.
And stepping in for Boston, Ozzie Smith. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And that is out of play. Mays on at second with 2 down. In the dirt, but kept close. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. That one almost got him. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Mays around third. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that will make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Now a chance for Connor Wong. Foul ball. Red Sox by 2. And it's fouled away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
He cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. So remaining in the game defensively, Nico Horner taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. Pitching change here, Lee Smith.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Back to the mound. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So up next, Luis Aparicio. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1. Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Red Sox leading it by 2. That's outside. And a count 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's way outside. 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gassed it right by him. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Stepping in, Mike Tauchman. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2 is the count.
Next offering upstairs.
That's a ball.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox 1.
Now pitching for
We're
Chicago.
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the 7th.
37.
Gus Barlin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So back to the top of the order. So stepping in for Boston, Honus Wagner. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Just
That's
missed.
outside.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Ripped to 3rd and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter, even though you know
Now
that
batting,
they still
the right
drive you
fielder,
absolutely
Henry
crazy.
Aaron.
Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one out to right. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Ted Williams.
2 down, base is empty. Ted Williams up next for the Red Sox.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
That one missed. Manny Ramirez waiting to bat for the Red Sox. And a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Out to short. Aparicio on the run, sends it over to first. What a play. Inning over. So they go quietly there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox 1. Back inside
Leading
Fenway
off for
Park,
the
and
White
now the
Sox,
first baseman, Frank Thomas. Smith back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Got him. And that's the first out. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Matt Strom gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
First offering, and it just misses. Strom, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. The next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. The Red Sox leading by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th. On a line, base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next to hit, Andrew Vaughn. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that's off the outside edge, and the count is 2-0. Tying run at the plate, and that one fouled off. Fouled off. He was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Baines over at first with 1 away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And it's filled up.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
The tying run at the plate. Base hit right field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Now a move being made at second base. On a pinch run, Brooks Baldwin.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Really important at bat coming up now.
And fouled off. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. To Horner at second for 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Pitching for
Back now,
Chicago.
new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
63.
bottom of the 8th.
A
Penn
defensive
Murphy.
change for the White
Luis
Sox.
Robert Jr. into
Now
the
playing
game now
in right
on
field.
defense, but in a strange
Number
way. This
88.
is not a position he's used to playing as far as we
Robert
know.
Jr.
Ramirez
That's a ball.
in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
1 ball, no strikes.
And now it's even up.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays
1-1.
patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything,
2-1.
what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And there's the
Full
ball.
count.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And the leadoff man aboard.
He was
Now
all
batting,
over
the
that
first
one. You'll
baseman,
often hear the phrase
David
short to it,
Ortiz.
long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Making a move at first and on to run for the
Number
Red Sox.
52.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Now here is David Ortiz. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
It's 0-1.
If you were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Nope. Ball.
Outside low. And that's ball one. Nobody out. Runner at first. And that one fouled off. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball left side. And that's just foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner goes again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Runner goes again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And downstairs.
Ball, that's low.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Runner on the move again. There's a
Got a
ball.
full count.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And ball
That's
four
ball
to
four. Take
aboard.
your base.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second,
Now
they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
First and second, no outs. And next for the Red Sox, Willie Mays. 1 for
Now
3.
running at first
Looks like we've
for
got a
the Red Sox.
substitution at first. Entering
Number
is the
60.
pinch runner, Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
Hey, what's going on?
Just
Ball.
missed.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And that misses. And now
What's up, Jared? How you guys doing today?
No doubt that the
A little bit of a pressure
success
situation here for me.
It's made
2 guys on base, 2-0 count.
recent games.
Could use adding to my lead
And
here.
the sweeper catches the plate. Misses inside, and the count is 3-1.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. First and second, no outs. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball, and that's through the infield.
Nice to hear, guys. Hope you're enjoying your little spring break. Big run. Big run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Penn Murphy out of the game. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, James Karinchak.
James Karinchak.
Are you not on spring break for school? Or Easter break, whatever they call it? Do they not call it spring break still? Do they actually call it Easter break? I don't know. It depends whatever your school calls it. Sometimes they just call it spring break again. Sometimes they call it Easter break. Sometimes they don't want to call it Easter because it's religious. Oh, you're not on break? Are you not on break at all?
And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, I thought you guys were off the whole week.
Ball one there.
We just get Good Friday off, huh?
Squirts away a little bit. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
A little to the right, that's a home run.
Watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, of course.
the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold. Onto it after contact.
In the air, right side. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Two on, one out. And a foul ball. And takes low for ball one.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have a play discipline.
If I can get one more run this inning, that'd be huge.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Jimenez, the runner at third. Mays at first, one gone. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike three.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there.
Aren't you, Jay?
Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the
Or you're
box
not.
on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Wong stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next offering upstairs. Runners on first and third, 2 away. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one is inside. In the air, right field. And an automatic double now as it hops the wall.
Oh, yeah.
The run scores.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
And the batter now, Honus Wagner. Right through there for a strike. Second and third, 2 down. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-1.
My first Madden. I guess that's hard to say. I'm old, so I'm not young. I might sound young. I don't know how old you think I am by listening to my voice, but I'm 30. I'm going to be 34 in May. My first Madden would be technically Madden 2000, although I was so young I didn't really know what I was doing. That was on the computer. Then I skipped a year. Then I got, I gotta turn this other thing down, hold on. Then I got Madden, I got Madden 2002, which had Culpepper on the cover for PlayStation 1 when I got my PS1. And then, I skipped 03. I did borrow that from a friend for a summer though when I was young. And then I got Madden 04. I walked to Walmart and grabbed that with a Vic on the cover. The best Maddens of all time. Then I've had every Madden since. But yeah, no, I'm definitely an old Madden player. I'm definitely an OG. I used to be in a club when they had clubs on PS2. That was in the top 10 called Faces of Death, which is why the end of my name is FODX. Yeah. If you look at my Twitter, same name as my YouTube. I was in the top 100 this year on Madden. So.
And ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
All right, enjoy.
Swinging a foul back. That's
yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's weird when you say X Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Call it whatever you want. Yeah, you can check my you can check my X. Sounds weird.
1 and 2.
Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Safe at second with a stolen base. And that's another stolen base.
Yeah, my first job when I was in high school was playing Madden. I played for a professional poker player on the PS2. I didn't believe him at first, but he told me he was going to pay me. Yeah, they could have just kept it, the name Twitter, but I guess when Elon bought it, he wanted to name it something else. So, I was in the clan called Faces of Death back then, and we were like the top legitimate Madden clan out there. And, yeah. And, this other guy sends me a message. He's like, hey, I'll pay you to be in my clan. I'm like, what do you mean you'll pay me to be in your clan? That sounds fishy. And he was like some professional poker player guy. And apparently he bet his other friend like $20,000 or something that he would
This is the team for the Red
that he could get his clan into the top 10 by the Super Bowl, and his other buddy accepted his bet because the guy who was paying me was terrible at the game. So he's like, there's no way you'll be able to get a clan that high. So the other guy decided he'll just pay people to protect his investment. So he might not make a full 20 grand, but he'll make whatever the net profit is. So when I was in high school, that was my first job, was just playing Madden and getting paid for it. He used to send me Western Union checks. I used to have to go to the local grocery store, Tops Markets, and get my Western Union cashed.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Eckersley, a 6'2 righty, 33 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
That's a little bit low. And Earl Hendricks punches him out. That's a strikeout. So up next for Chicago, Bobby Dahlbeck. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. A little bit high. Ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
That misses. Ball 2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
To the right side, Horner tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So it's their last chance in this one. Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. And that drops in for a strike. One strike away. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Did you just start following me now, or did you've been following me for a while?
On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Red Sox take this one in a blowout.
This team is completely in the driver's seat right now. You've won the first 3 games of the series at home. You have to come back for the next game ready to put your foot on their necks and win the ball game, win the series. You can dominate. You've got the energy of the fans behind you. After what they've done in the first 3 games of this series, you know this place is going to be packed for the 4th game.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaub. Thanks for joining us.
Alright, well, I'm jumping off here right now, so my brother has his game to play against the Rays before I can play another game. I got one more with the White Sox coming up before a series against Seattle. So, you guys will probably see my brother streaming on here later tonight. I don't know when he plans on playing his game, but he'll be playing the Rays later. Peace out, people. I don't know, I gotta save this again. That's kind of annoying.